Hello, and welcome back to Take 5 with Kiki. Please excuse Mika as she goes to choose another place to take a nap. I am here in my new studio and our new home. I'm so happy to welcome you into this space and continue this series with you of these little 5-minute videos to hopefully brighten your day a little bit more and give you a little bit of movement or stillness, depending on what we're doing that day, to incorporate into your daily life. I am here on my new Tada yoga mat rug. This is the Canyon pattern design, and I love it. I think it fits into this space really well, and it also really reflects the nature that is outside of our home in a beautiful way. We are going to be working our inner thighs today. Just a little flow, stretching space to create a little bit more maybe mobility, maybe flexibility in the inner thigh area. Obviously, we have a very little time today, so let's get into it. Come into a comfortable Sukhasana cross-legged seat. Feel your sitting bones rooting down into the earth. Bring your hands somewhere on your body that you can let everything release in your shoulders away from the ears. Soften your chin down slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And let your eyes close or just the gaze drop down in front of you. And start to slow down the breath just for a few breaths. Settling into the body, arriving here in your space, in your body. Take one more big breath here. And then gently blink the eyes open or start to lift the gaze. And come into a Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together. You can bring your fingertips to the sides of your body as you round your low back a little bit to bring the soles of your feet together and widen into your inner thighs. Take a moment here. There's no need for the feet to be really close to your hips. There's no need for your feet to be really far away from your body. Whatever feels good and accessible here, and you can keep your hands next to you to balance. And you can bring your hands to the soles of your feet or to your ankles. Just hang out here. You can stay really upright in the body. I'm just going to switch to the side so you can see. You can stay really upright in the body and the spine, or you can stay really long in the spine and start to hinge from the hips forward. If you hinge forward, you're going to feel it in your inner thighs a little bit more. So I just encourage you to keep the spine long, keep the chest lifted, even as you fold forward. So if you're folding really far forward, I'm still lengthening through my spine. And it's more about a lengthening forward than a tucking of everything in, because we want to stay really long. So you can walk all the way out and bring your head all the way down and still be really long in the spine. Or you can stay right here. Wherever you are, gently start to walk the fingertips back towards the hips. Come on upright. And then you're going to keep your right shin here, lean over onto the right hand, and sweep that left leg behind you. So you're in a slightly pinwheel type shape. Something I love about this Tada mat is that it's so big that I can be in any direction and be fully covered with mat space. So come into your pinwheel shape, and then bring your hands a little bit over towards the right. So the right hand is to the right hip, and the left hand maybe is on the outside of the right thigh. And just hang out here. There's a little bit of a twist happening, so just feel the length in the spine. Maybe you get to a place where you have a little bit more space and you can release the left fingertips past that right knee. And then gently start to walk the fingertips around the front of this right shin. Take a big inhale, lengthen. And again, if you want to hinge, you can start to walk the fingertips forward. But I encourage, again, this really safe hinging from the hips where you're not just rounding into the spine. You're really lengthening your heart forward. You'll feel your left hip start to curl up and back. That hip is an internal rotation. And as you put more weight of your body over this right side, you're accentuating this external rotation, getting into that inner thigh a little bit more. Gently come on up. Release the right hand to the right side. Sweep that left leg around. Plant both of your feet out in front of you. Keep your feet a little wider, like about hip width. And maybe just knock your knees a little bit from side to side. Just a nice little wave to neutralize the pelvis. And then we'll go on to the other side. So when you're ready, you can bring that left shin in front. Lean over onto the left hand. Sweep the right leg behind you, coming into your pinwheel shape. And then keeping the left hand over on the left side, bring that right hand over to the outside of the left thigh and just sit up tall and feel this slight twist in the spine. Maybe you create enough space in your body to take that right hand and place it next to the left thigh. And then gently start to walk the fingertips around the left knee and then out in front of the left shin, starting to release or lengthen your chest over this left thigh. And gently walk the hips back upright. Again, hands back behind your hips. Feet out in front of you. And then gently slide the feet closer to your hips and shift your weight forward into a malasana squat. Now, if you're on your toes and your heels are really high lifted, that's okay. But we want to work towards our heels being more released down. But we still want the spine to be really long. We're closing out here. So just get comfy in your malasana squat. If you need to put something underneath your heels, you can roll up your mat behind you or put a towel down. You want your spine to stay really long. If you want to bring your hands into heart center, that's totally fine. Sometimes that's a little bit too much. So you can have your hands down in front of you too. Spine really long. Tailbone roots down towards the ground. Inner thighs get a big stretch. Take another breath here. Good. And then for a little added bonus of abdominals to get out of this, bring your hands forward, reach them forward, gently sit down, legs up into Navasana for just a moment, cross the ankles and come on up. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, namaste.